What is going on, party people? Hope you're doing amazing today. I'm wearing my one tunic and I feel like inviting you all to join my cult tonight. If you can send $25,000 to my PayPal, I will invite you into my new cult. Yeah, I think 25,000 should be enough. And it looks like we already have someone in the waiting room that hasn't been on my live before, but I've been on their live a number of times. And yeah, I've been waiting to have them as a guest. Let's see if they are there or not.
I'm here.
Courtney, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I am doing amazing. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, I wanted to do a live with you in the new year, like just you, and do a whole bunch of questions and all that sort of stuff, because you were one of the YouTubers that invited me up when I was kind of like a smaller channel, we could say. And you helped promote me and shouted me out to a whole ton of people and just kind of like gave me a whole bunch of love.
Well, it's just because I feel like we clicked right away. I just really believe I knew you guys were doing real stuff. You weren't just like some fake farmers. Like when you have cows and stuff, like
No, we don't
real
really.
deal.
It's like our neighbors' cows, and we're kind of like, we live in a mansion somewhere, and we just go over to this one property.
So I knew you guys were the real deal, and I loved that about you guys. Plus, I love everything Viking. So
Nice.
I love that. I thought that was fabulous. And so
Tonight I'm wearing my one tunic that I wore to the wedding. So I'm like,
that's cool.
I'm going to go kind of like, yeah, Viking tonight. So I was
Great.
like, yeah. So awesome.
Sorry, I didn't bring, I have a whole outfit. I have rabbit fur. I should have I didn't know you were going to be all dressed up.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know. I didn't either. And then I was like, hey, I need to wear something a little more warm, because I was like in shorts and a t-shirt, and I started freezing my butt off down here in where I am.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna throw
Are
that
you
on.
like on a porch or a cellar? Where are you at? Like in your house?
So it's what I would call our mudroom.
Oh, okay.
And so we don't keep it as heated as we do the rest of the house, but it's also my office for work.
Oh, okay.
So this is kind of where I work and stuff. So Guardian, oh my God.
Oh, that's so
sweet. Look at that. Oh, like right off the bat. I hope you're doing amazing. Good to see you. I can't believe you're up this late. So great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Also, someone else is in the waiting room. Remy. There we go.
Hey.
Yep. You guys probably know each other from Shed Wars.
Yeah, I have him on Facebook. We're friends. We're family now.
Yeah, I've interviewed him before too. So yeah.
Oh, cool. Man. Look at all the people who have already started dropping by. It's like, awesome. I got a Cat Mac is in here.
I need to go get my wine. I didn't know this was
what I have.
I didn't know it was that kind of an event.
It's like, yeah. Except I'm already toasted, so I'm already on to the non-alcoholic.
Okay, you need to drink a couple of glasses of water and then go back.
I'm on tea. So I did like what do I have? I've got like cumin. No, it's not cumin. It's turmeric.
I was gonna say cumin. Are you going on Mexico?
Yeah, it's turmeric, honey, thyme, pepper, lemon, ginger.
Oh, spicy.
Mm-hmm. It'll wake you up in the morning. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And if you join my cult, I'll add some other stuff to it.
Okay.
All right.
Don't drink, instead of don't drink the Kool-Aid, don't drink the tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Join Darren for the hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a little too much. That's like the yoga guy.
Have the
What's
tea
fun?
and
What's
join
fun?
me in the hot tub. Bam, chicka, bam, bam.
He jumps in the pools, then he looks at me. He's like, "Are you coming in the pool?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, maybe." Toss a big block of ice on the porch. I'm like, "Nah, I'm not going."
I know
So-
the worst part about a hot tub is when it is cold out is getting out.
No, it's not, because you're still
It's
hot.
freezing. No. It's
Yeah.
instantly. I'm surprised your beard doesn't like instantly get ice on it.
Oh, it does, because I can like shape it. Like, I don't know if you saw the one Facebook profile I did, but I split it in half and did them. Yeah. So it was like these two beards going each way. It was awesome. Yeah. Oh man, like I'm already missing everybody that's come in here. Like Cat Mac, Tracy, Little Marilyn, Little Homestead by the Beach, the Marshmallow Man, Passamaquoddy, Scott Rambling with the Brooms. Who else? Shawnee Shave, Krubby the Beagle,
Dave, Tammy.
I'm jealous of Shawnee Chef. She's drinking a whiskey.
What is she drinking?
Whiskey.
Old fashioned over here.
Maybe I should stop not drinking and start drinking again. We got Mark and Ashley from Mulberry Branch Farm. Hey guys. Skinner Farms, Guardian Prepping, as I already mentioned, Dave Knight, Tammy, Rebel Canners, man, Creative Redundancy. What is going on, everybody? Man.
ACR. Hey guys.
Yeah.
A lot of nice people in there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe what I should do is just drop the invite link in the chat. That's what I'll do. I'll do that. However, if I don't know you, then you're not coming up. So don't be offended. But if I've never talked to you before, you're not coming up. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So don't try to come up. Was that too like?
No.
No.
No, I've done that before by accident.
That's really nice.
Yeah, like if you don't have headphones and a microphone, if I haven't talked to you before on Instagram or YouTube or whatever,
Real life, yeah.
if I don't know you,
Remy, where's your headphones and microphone?
I know it.
My microphone is here. I don't have any headphones. I have
You
speakers.
kind of
up
look
there.
like Elvis right there for a minute. There,
Where's
Rem.
your headphones and microphone? Oh, vegan.
Oh, who's echoing?
Put it on mute.
I have a mic.
You kind of look like Elvis right there for a
Yeah,
minute.
put it on mute.
Headphones and microphone. Oh, vegan.
Oh, who's echoing?
Put it on mute.
It can't be me.
Someone.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's you, Tracy.
Vegan has
You
two
just
things
came
up.
up. You're the bad man.
See, you're on mute now. Nothing's happening. Can't deny that.
Hey, Lewis. Hello.
Man, look at all the beautiful people in here.
I shared you out in like my WhatsApp groups.
Did
and
you?
I shared you out in my mod groups. So
Oh,
you
thank
might
you.
get
I appreciate that.
here too.
You're so awesome to me. It's like
because we love you guys. Like everybody on
Aw.
my channel loves you guys.
Aw,
So.
that's so awesome. So let's go around and do like, just in case nobody knows who everybody is. Courtney, who are you?
It was me.
I'm missing you, Courtney.
I know it was you.
Sorry.
You're lucky you didn't get booted.
It hid.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Well, I am a gardener / hobby. Well, I wouldn't really, I don't know. I guess it's a hobby farm because it's not like your guys' farm. You guys have like cows and stuff. But I have chickens and turkeys and ducks and a garden a lot. And yeah, so that's pretty much, and then my YouTube page is just like, craziness. Like we just
You
have
guys garden a lot, and you got food forest going as well.
Yeah.
I think that's in the front yard, right?
It's in the side of the yard, but
Okay.
yeah. And yeah, I'm so excited actually. I just ordered a bunch of Egyptian walking onions for it.
Oh, nice.
I ordered more. So like
I love perennial veggies.
yes.
And
So it's fun and I love to garden and I love to grow vegetables, but I like flowers more than anything. So
okay. Yeah.
I love to grow flowers. And so, yeah, you can't really eat all the flowers, but
A lot of them actually.
so
Like nasturtiums, daylilies, pansies. It's like all edible. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, most heirloom varieties you can eat.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's pretty much it. And I do recipes and I can. Up until recently I did a show with Rebel and we did a Rebel canning show, but our lives got in the way of that. So it's hard to do it every Friday. She is busy and plus she's off grid half the time. So
Yeah.
it makes it difficult, but every once in a while we can get together and we can do a live on Friday afternoon. So
That's true. That's true.
it works out.
Nice.
I was
Remy, what are
talking
you
about
all
that with somebody
about
earlier.
down there on the East Coast?
Well, I live in northern New Brunswick with a family of 5 kids.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was told by the village that I can't raise animals on my property, so I had to move my animals, but I was able to move them about 5 minutes away from here on my buddy Sal's property. So there I have meat chickens and turkeys. I have a few layers here that I'm allowed to keep. Legally, I'm allowed to have 4. So, yeah, I have 4 plus like 10, 15 maybe. I
We
don't
all
know.
know how the chicken math goes.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I'm allowed to have rabbits, so rabbits multiply faster than chickens. I have a big garden behind my house. I have a small greenhouse on the side. I'm trying to start a food forest. I have some cherry trees, apple trees, blueberries, haskaps, raspberries, strawberries, and stuff like that. We also have a community garden in my village, which is pretty amazing. It's free, and all you have to do is take care of your own stuff. So you plant the seeds, and all they ask you to do is make sure that the weeds don't take over because after that, it's harder for everyone else. So as long as you're there and you take care of the weeds, you're good. So I think that what we get is an aisle that's about, I'd say 75 feet, but I haven't really measured, but that's what it looked like, maybe 75, 80 feet long. I was able to have 2 this year. Well, my mom had 1. I gave her some carrots. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I try to grow as much food as I can. And the more I learn, I started learning about canning this year, the preserving part as well. It's all fun and the food tastes so much better. And with everything going up right now in the stores, just the fact that I have 3 freezers full of food, we save so much on food that it's it makes a huge difference, especially for us. We only have I work full time. My girlfriend is home with the kids, so only one salary coming in. We need every help we can get. So, yeah.
Nice. I just want to kind of do a little shout out there to Marky Mark, who is in the house, and Digs Outdoors, and Tractor Talk with Gary, who just joined us. I know It's a Marshmallow Man is kind of in the waiting room, but I got to say, unfortunately, you can't smoke on a live like this because we are monetized, and that's a no-no, unfortunately. You can drink and stuff, which is stupid, but unfortunately, you can't smoke. So just kind of hide that away, and I'll get you up here.
I didn't even know that was a thing. So
I know. It's stupid. But yeah, if you can just hide that, and we'll get you up here and grab a beer or something instead, which is just silly. But
I'd be careful. I wouldn't let them know that they forgot to ban it.
It's dumb.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing because I have
Yeah.
smoking all the time on mine. So
I know, it's crazy. Who else is in here? CR is in here. I think I already said hello to you. Tracy, what's going on there?
Oh my goodness, I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No. I'm actually having a really good time. I had just had a great live, and it's cool to see Courtney because a lot of her lives are so late at night, and I go to bed so early because, well, I'm the old guy that sits on the porch throwing stuff at kids as they walk by. But,
yeah, it is.
But yeah, just moving snow, praying that it doesn't all turn to mud and slush.
Yeah, I hear you, eh? No. It's a Marshmallow Man. What's going on?
Not much warming up here in Ontario. Snow is melting.
That's good. That's good. It's not melting here. We still got tons of snow, so.
Are you expecting the high weather, high temperatures, Darren? We're supposed to get +8 Celsius here on Saturday.
I haven't even looked at the weather report. I've just been ignoring it and letting stuff happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 54 here in the next couple of days. So
what is it? 54?
Yeah, up to 7 by the weekend and rain on the weekend.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so for Americans, it's 46 Fahrenheit on Saturday.
That's crazy.
I know, especially this time of year. Like usually we have snow.
So are you going to have a picnic?
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to be putting on our snowshoes, going out to the backwoods. We'll have a picnic out there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Man. Yeah. And I gotta start work again on the 8th. So hopefully the weather is good because I got a rental vehicle planned. Gonna go grab that, grab a client, and spend a few days in Quebec City. And then I've got to drive to Ottawa for a bit. So hopefully the weather is good for that. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it should be okay. You are going further south, right? So
no,
not really.
Kind of going like kind of parallel, kind of a little south, but not much. So, what did everyone learn from 2022?
Inflation.
Are you pointing at me? I learned not to grow potatoes in a trash can.
I learned not to grow potatoes with the root out method.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See? 1 year smarter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The root out method, all the little critters can grab all those potatoes. because
Yeah, we have
everything's
a
on
lot
the
of
top.
those
So
here
they
as
just
well.
run through everything and start eating everything. Whereas if you actually bury the potatoes, they have a harder time getting to it.
I learned that I have an awesome community, awesome friends, and
Nice.
basically a second family.
That's good.
It's like I don't want to talk about that on your life and steal like the spotlight, but
Do
I
it. Go.
announced to my friends that I was getting married in 2025.
Yeah.
I asked my
Woohoo.
father-in-law and everything, and he approved. And I spoke to some of my YouTube friends, and they're already making plans to rent like a cabin and come together. And like, I mean, like, wow, I didn't even know that I meant so much for some of you guys. Like, it's to me that's most
Awesome.
I think
Yeah.
here's one of the most important lessons.
Yeah.
Mark learned not to use the compost pile as an outhouse.
But if you do, make sure the camera's running.
Yes. Man. I've healed up from that, I tell you.
What do you, cat? I'm gonna beat you.
Club them like a baby seal.
Thinking about it.
So, what else was learned from 2022?
I suck at gardening, but I'm gonna keep trying anyway.
Don't smoke on the YouTube panel.
No, don't do that, because which is crazy. Because like to me, it's like for me, I'm on YouTube all the time and I'm drinking nonstop, and whatever happens. But then they're like, you can't smoke on YouTube because it's promoting smoking. I'm like, what? That's crazy. So the one video I tried to make was in the hot tub with my pipe. And I was like, nope, can't do that. Like,
Did they
Come
say
on.
something to you?
it was like non-monetized. It would not be monetized.
Wow.
So anything that's like promoting that is like, no.
Well, it's mainly my lives. So if they don't monetize my lives, I'm okay with that. It's not
Yeah.
like it's that big of a deal.
It's crazy.
It's not in my videos or anything.
Yeah.
How did we go from the Marlboro Man to censoring?
That was such a great movie too, eh?
Oh yeah, Mickey.
Mickey
Mickey
Rourke and what's his name from Miami Vice?
Don Johnson, was it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Yeah. Man. Did we
Even
just
on
age
retard.
ourselves, Tracy?
Oh, I'm old. There's no getting around.
I think we did. I think we just aged ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember it being on race cars too?
Which?
Oh, the Winston Cup.
Yeah.
We had a whole
Well,
Ray-
hello there, you sexy beast from down under.
Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? You guys doing well? Hey,
Awesome. Awesome.
Paul. Yeah, man.
Doing great.
Yeah, it's up to hello to everybody else in the panel. Good to see everybody and to new faces. It's always nice
yeah,
to meet.
good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't know Guardian Outdoors by his sexy accent, he's from South Africa.
Cool.
And he does some cool stuff down there.
Yeah, thank
And
you,
he
Phil.
just started his new channel, which is doing an outdoor and fitness challenge. So if you're like me and you're thinking about trying to stop drinking and getting back into shape, then you definitely need to start
You're gonna
following
stop
him.
drinking?
No,
Well,
I'm not
all
going to
about getting back in
stop.
shape, but
I'm going
stop
to like
drinking.
drink less.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That was my commitment, is I would
Alright.
drink less than I was in
I can
2022.
respect that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's
'Cause-
easy to do. All I have to do is when we go at the conference, I just have to take one beer away from you, and that's less than 20.
Exactly. So
I've heard
So
so much
Garden
about the
Outdoors,
after
is
hours.
your channel a logo of like some sort of a silver shield with a chi in the middle?
Yeah, that's similar to my original branding as well. That's why I kept it similar to Guardian Prepping, my preparedness channel. But the Outdoor and Fitness channel is purely, it is a channel that I recommend if you are subscribing to take off notifications, because I'm going to be uploading every single day through the 1st of January till the 31st of December. Well, sometimes I'll have to upload like maybe 2 days worth in one day because of time and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you, Thor. And I don't mean to self-promote too much.
no,
It's so
do it.
sorry. Yeah, that's good. I'm just happy to be here on the panel. And I think that what your question was, what sparked my interest as well specifically was you asked, what has happened, what people have learned through the year, which is a great thing to ask yourself, I guess. That's good.
I just subscribed to both channels. I thought I was, but
Thank you very much, Ren. I appreciate it. I've seen you a few times on Thor's channels when I watch like the next day, because usually it's way late. Like this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I watch a bit later and I'm like, oh, that guy's really nice. Like I like your temperament and you seem like a very charismatic person.
It's got to be like, I want to say 2 a.m. there.
Yeah, we're looking at like 3:30.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's crazy, eh? What are you still doing up?
No, I woke up already. Like I've really. This is me waking up so I can go like canoeing at like 4:04 this morning.
wow.
Yeah. I've already had a good night's sleep already. I'm good.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's me ending my second bottle of wine.
That's lovely. You don't seem it. You don't seem like you
What?
can't.
Seriously? I'll be right back. I need to catch up.
I'm working on a third one of these.
Which one's
Very
that? Is that Jack and Cola?
Jack Daniels
Oh,
whiskey.
nice.
Yeah, it's one of those pre-mixed drinks.
Okay. It was so funny because we were talking about that earlier about going into the LCBO or SAQ and getting some of those pre-mixed drinks. And they're so freaking handy, but they're so expensive as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
drinking
That's what I
all
like
of
about
it.
wine. I mean, this year is brewed locally, well, in somewhere in New Brunswick. It's only like $14 for a bottle. It's only 12% alcohol, but like $30, you drink two and you have a good night.
Well, yeah, but $30, that's 3/4 of the way to a nice action cam.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm gonna win
Nice.
yours, so I'm all good.
Okay.
No, you can still just drink like one glass and have fun.
Okay, so Rummy drinks all this probably really nice French or Canadian wine, and I'm drinking a boxed wine from the grocery
Hey.
store.
Boxed wine is great.
Ooh,
So much for the.
Sauvignon Blanc. Nice.
It's a rosé. It's a rhubarb and strawberry wine from here in New Brunswick, Magnetic Hill. It's pretty good.
Magnetic
Actually.
Hill. That's that weird kind of place where if you video it, the car seems to be going up the hill. It's like you can let off the gas or something and you kind of go up the hill or something. It's weird, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so to double back on what you're speaking about, Thor, there's a place similar to that here as well, where it's just almost an optical illusion, where the terrain looks, the terrain is spread so it looks as though it's a uphill, but technically it's actually like slightly down, just a little bit.
Okay.
So leave it in like neutral, it basically like rolls downwards, which looks like it's rolling upwards, which is really cool. Specifically if you got like family with you, kids love that. kids love like the whole feeling of like, because then they feel like, whoa, and then you tell them a bit of a story, right? You tell them that there's a ghost, that there's ghosts that were living on that road, and that there's ghosts. Sometimes they'll push the car around, so it's really cool. Yeah.
There's a
dude.
place in Florida.
And I'm pretty
called,
sure that's like the same as the magnetic hill thing.
Yeah, there's a place in Florida called Spook Hill that has that, and it was discovered by settlers with their wagons. Their horses were having a hard time pulling the wagons down the hill, and come to find out, it's an optical illusion.
It's wild.
You put your car in neutral and you roll right up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's science. I'd say a famous quote about science from Jesse from Breaking Bad, but I don't want to use profanities with the B word. But yeah, science is amazing. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy said she didn't want to spend $30 because $30 is almost a tank of gas. I'd like to let you know that my boxed wine, which serves about 34 glasses of wine, only cost me $20.
Wow.
Oh, it's $16.
Nice.
Oh.
Want to
So-
say hi to
My car cost
It
me
can
about
last. It can
$100.
last the entire month and a half if you let it go.
yeah. I want to say hey to Jean-Marc.
Lativier.
Hello, and Where to Begin Homestead and Independent Many United. I think I said hi to Tammy at Rebel
Hi, James.
Canners and Passamaquoddy. Thank you guys for joining us. We're
Yeah,
kind of
hello,
having a
Andrew.
little fun here tonight. I was going to say it's kind of like a 2022 versus 2023, but really it's like kind of a free for all of whatever.
I remember when I was in the Army, my favorite wine was Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill. You could get it for $1.50 a bottle, but oh, did it make you sick?
I remember $12 for a case of 12 beers.
Well, that's like, I want to say, what is it? The one in Ontario, it's something brown. It's a brown beer and it's like $24 for 24. And I took a 2-4 to one of our military parties, and I started putting them in my tack vest. So I put 6 bottles, and I was like, every time I pulled one out, I'd be like, reload, and drank in it. And I went through about 12 bottles. And the next morning, I was drinking water and throwing up undigested beer.
Wow.
It was one of the worst nights I've ever had.
I've only done that once, where I got drunk to the point where like I got sick, and it was my rookie year playing soccer for the men's team, and it was my initiation. And so I got there with my case of 12 beers, and I'm like, like I was 18 years old, feeling like tough with my case of beer, and the guy's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm gonna drink beer. They started laughing, and they're like, if you think that it's all you're gonna drink tonight, and then they go and just like pour like 30 shooters of 3 different drinks. I'm like, okay, that's gonna be a tough night. All I remember after that is waking up in the middle of the lawn with a bunch of broken bottles beside me, and I had to basically ramp up the stairs to go inside the house around 6-7 a.m. in the morning. And the guy looked at me and he's like, do you have a headache? I'm like, yeah. Are you bleeding? I'm like, what did you guys do? He's like, well, every time you stop breathing, we'll just throw you a bottle of beer. I'm like, okay, thanks a lot, guys. Like, I was drunk to the point where I got sick and lost it, and then they were just throwing beer at me. And like, oh, he's moving, he's alive. All right.
I'd say Mary Lynn, new member. Yay!
Awesome,
All
right?
right.
Drink to that.
Oh, my cow moo is gone like.
It sounded
man.
like a duck.
Yeah, I know. I was like, supposed to be a cow moo. So we'll just do the cowbell for you.
Marhy Lynn is
Yeah.
keeping a Highlander cow fed.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. Thanks for joining. Too cool. Gear Gridden, thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing awesome. Don Ray, good to see you. Hope you're doing awesome as well. Man, a lot of awesome people in the house tonight. So what else has everyone got planned for 2023?
To do better than 2022 in
Always.
everything.
I don't know, because I'd say I want to do better in everything, but I don't want to do better in my drinking. I want to do worse in my drinking.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can see that? Are you saying that my videos have been like, are you saying that when I jump on a live, I've been
No.
unruly?
You're
And
fine.
Let's put it this way. My mom watched one of our lives that you were on, and she called me and said, I am praying for that man. I'm joking. She didn't do that, but
yeah. Courtney's going, yeah, I've had you on so many lives.
You were so fine. And you know what's funny is you're allowed to let your hair down.
yeah.
You're allowed to have a good time. Doesn't mean that you're
The ponytail.
taking
Do
advantage of
you have the ponytail?
I've got the ponytail, not
Oh
Bridget.
my god!
Yeah.
Who has a ponytail in your family?
She might have had it earlier today. I'm not giving anything away, but
no.
Well, it's kind of giving everything away.
So yeah, that is the big question. Are you going to join Shed Wars this year?
Oh, wow, that was like out of the blue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess what?
What was that?
Yes. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh man, the Marshmallow Man's like in and out. Like,
I think that you should absolutely join Shed Wars. If
Yeah,
I may say so. Sorry, Lo,
is
go ahead.
is Bridget that rowdy? Let me tell you a little story about Bridget. So, my phone, I had a work phone at the time a couple years ago, and I had a personal phone. So I went on a work trip and I forgot my work phone at home. And the guys I work with are a little off color, a little like, let me put it this way. Let me kind of set the stage. When I went into work my first day, I was going up the stairs to my office, and the owner came down the stairs. So we were passing on the stairs, and he slapped me on the ass and he goes, "What's up, motherfucker?" So that kind of sets the stage of where I work at. So Bridget had my work phone at home, and I was going on a work trip, and people started this conversation. And then it got out that I had forgot my work phone at home, and Bridget was able to access it. So all of a sudden, my boss, who's female, was like, yeah, so Darren, we're going to spend the night together and blah, blah, blah. And then some other guys were like, yeah, we're going to do this. And, you know, we're going to. So Bridget got on and she's like, well, you know, you got to wait for me because, you know, hold on. I'm going to bring my dildo out and make sure that, you know, we all have a good time as a threesome. And it was like,
Amazing story.
she started going, and, you know, where the guys, you know, for most female, I want to say in an office situation, most of the time the guys can be overly sexual. Whereas Bridget is like, yeah, come on, let's play. So when they started typing those messages and stuff, she was like all over it. And she was like, yeah, hold on. I'm going to grab my dildo. We're going to do this and we're going to have a great time. And we're going to.
They weren't expecting that.
My coworkers started dropping off the chat like instantly. And so not my immediate boss, but my next boss, who's the VP of the company, was like, okay, we got to get everyone over to a new chat so that Bridget's not involved in this because this has gone way too far. So
she's awesome.
Yeah. If you ever decide to involve her in something, just be warned.
Well, she's where the whole ponytail thing came from.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's one of those where, if you're not ready for it, get ready for it.
I think it's great to be like that. I don't think there's enough people that are really that charismatic in that way. And with Kay, my better second half, she's also somebody that once she's warmed up, she'll be like that. But in the beginning, yeah, she's a little bit more like stoic. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I think that you need different types of personalities. Once you get like Kay comfortable, though, she'll absolutely be making all those jokes. I think that's one of the greatest stories. I really like that, and I think that it's good to have people that can be real, because if you can be honest with other people as well, you're able to have so much more genuine friendships. And that's something that I'm realizing, like specifically this year. You said like, what has 2022 brought to people, and that's something that I absolutely really think that is. There's been a lot of changes. I'm growing like older, and I'm learning to be more mature in some ways, and some not. But like what I will say is that for 2023, I do plan to redo my first aid courses from my first to three, level 1 to level 3, and then I also want to get back into archery. I'd love to do that, and that's with the challenge that I've got as well combined. Like definitely archery and first aid are things that I'd love to get back into correctly, just to make sure that I can assist more with the community locally, because there's a lot of instances where we do outbound hikes and that, and we need a first aider a lot of the times at all times, and I need to be, I need to step that up. So that's pretty cool. One last little thing that I wanted to mention is
Guardian, I'm like 49, and I know you're way younger than me, and you're talking about maturing, and I haven't even matured yet.
Honestly, I can't believe
Good luck.
Isn't that all it's made out to be? Is that what you're saying? Sorry. Go ahead, Course.
No, I just can't believe he's 49. I thought he was way younger than that.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
He does. Yeah. He looks the same age as me. That's the funny
I
thing.
thought you were at least like in your early 40s. I was not expecting almost 50. So.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, really. And in spirit too. Like, I'm in my 30s and you are so much. I feel so similar to you in some ways. Not I'm sorry to say that sounds a bit weird or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of, like, we connect very easily is what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't mean to make it awkward over here and, like, talk myself into a rabbit
hole. We can make it awkward. Don't you worry about that.
Sorry, bro. It's good.
You have to grow old, but you don't have to grow up.
No, exactly.
Lock onto that. I mean, you got to take on some responsibility, but take it with a grain of childness.
Exactly. That's just it.
I think one of the things of growing up is learning to be okay with being vulnerable and childlike again. Do you know what I mean? Like with other people, like learning to be just open and be able to, like, make a fool of yourself sometimes and just be silly. So I think that that's definitely part of maturing.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've done well with that.
I'm sorry, so Rem, I wanted to ask you, because you enjoy wine. I was going to ask you as well, because I'm quite a fan of wine as well. On the occasional, a bit of wine is lovely. Do you also enjoy a bit of cheese? Are you a bit of a cheese guy with the wine? Do you enjoy that or not so
You
much?
enjoy a little cheese with that wine?
Yeah, that's a
I can help
good
myself. Go ahead.
This wine is almost like juice. It's not even. I
Yeah.
don't even consider it wine. It's like
Yeah.
rosé. So it's. I don't
So
know.
good.
It's
more like
not
a
really
drink.
potent at all. I don't know why you say it's potent and strong.
Like juice. You can drink 2 bottles and you're fine.
See,
So when you're having your wine and you unwrap that slice of cheese,
You have to though. Like it's such a nice thing to do, and it can be like I don't know. There's some really good cheeses out there. Cheese that's been matured for like 24 months, like good mature cheese with a glass of wine. Like
Now,
I know
it
that.
can't be like no blue cheese or anything like that.
yes, it has
Yeah,
to
I
be
love
blue
blue
cheese.
Nacho
Blue cheese
I
is
love
nice.
it. Yeah.
Great.
does it count?
No,
I mean,
that
I
doesn't
swear.
count.
Have you been, Remy, have you been to America? I swear you're a hillbilly.
You're a
so
redneck
good.
from the backwoods.
Doritos and wine? Oh my lord. You, you crack me up.
I don't
We
know. I
have
was just
some awesome cheese here in Quebec that is like non-pasteurized. We have some blue cheese that is kind of like more like a brie as well. And then we have some that's like coated in ash.
Ooh.
There's just like some awesome cheeses here. It's so yummy.
Have you,
Yeah,
you said you've been to Iceland and stuff, right?
Yeah,
So do they have cheeses there that are like
they do. I
Really?
wouldn't say they're I wouldn't say they're as good as Quebec cheese, but they're pretty good. Yeah. For Iceland, you're basically jumping into like the salmon, the shark, that kind of stuff where you're going to get a much better experience than anywhere in Canada for that kind of stuff.
nice?
Yeah.
see. I was brought up never to cut the cheese.
Oh, Lord.
Because if you do the second, like you're in the grocery store or Walmart, and the second you do, pretty girl's gonna come walking through that aisle.
I was brought up to always say oops afterwards. As long as you say oops, you're okay.
I am, well, I'm not a fan of farts, but I am a fan of wine, cheese, and any type of horrible meat that is processed, like salami and prosciutto and
Spam.
all that kind of stuff.
Spam.
I don't know if I want to spread out some spam on a plate with some cheese.
Spam, beans, bacon, and spam.
Well, yeah. Really, there are some meats that are delicious out there as well. I'm usually a bit more of a fan of seafood, like for the most part. Like, however, having a bit of red meat in your diet is something that's very useful. So the cheese, wine, and red meat that you're speaking about, like if it's a really good cut, like can be delicious. Like that's such a yummy, little plate that you're speaking about as well. Like there's specifically if it's like a fillet, like a good fillet of meat as well. Like that's so yummy. Oh, it's so good. But I'm actually moving away from red meats. I'm moving towards more of a plant-based diet, but not because of. Don't worry, it's not. I'm not going to become an activist anytime soon. But I am just appreciating some more of the seafoods and white meats in general at the moment.
Oh, that's good. What's everyone's New Year's menu?
Hamburger helper.
I'm not sure yet.
Have one.
Beef.
You'll
trying to
figure it out
surprise
when you
the
get there,
kids.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Trying
So-
to surprise the kids with.
I have a
chicken.
kid. I don't stay up. Like, oh, it's midnight. Ooh. Like it's not. When I was younger, I would say that it meant something to me, but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Well, yeah. January 1st and December 30th are really just the same thing, just different days.
it was funny because tonight I pulled out a can of beans that I canned, and it was curried beans. So last year, when we canned some of our green beans, I put it in a curry sauce with some peppers and some other stuff. And I was actually saving it to do it with like a potato salad, to try and mix it in with a potato salad. But tonight we had some extra chicken left over from last night. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a stir fry kind of thing with the chicken, the curried green beans, and some rice that we had left over from the other night too. And Bridget was kind of like, the curried green beans that you canned, not so much. And then I started cooking it, and she was smelling it, and she was like, okay, sign me up. I'll try it. And then after she tried it, it was like, yeah, okay, do we have more of this canned? I'm like, yep, we got a few more cans in the basement. So it was good.
Nice.
All right, guys, I would love to stay. Unfortunately, my son is trying to break out. I don't know if you hear a slamming, but
Not yet.
he's trying to break out, and he has to go to bed. So
Awesome.
I got to. But thank you so much for having me up. I really appreciate it. And I love everybody up here on panel. So thank you so much. And you have a wonderful evening, and try not to.
You too as well. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Take care and Happy New Year if I don't
Talk to
speak
you
to
soon.
you again.
Too.
Yeah,
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, I went to go fetch something for your stream as well. Just showing you, what's everyone's New Year's menu. So
Yeah.
something that I really enjoy quite a lot. So this is a granola. This is a really nice, like an oats. It's like an oats grain granola. If you look at it that way, let's see if we can find the label. So it's baked plain granola, so it's very. And then what I do with that is I have like a very much a plain yogurt.
Yeah.
So it's full cream plain yogurt as well that I mix in with this, right?
Okay.
And this is what I do for like a snack anytime I'm hungry. That's very healthy. And then I mix in one of these, a spoon of this, which is organic peanut butter. So then that's like that's completely organic peanut butter as well. So what happens is there's no sugars in that whatsoever. It's a really tasty snack, and it's extremely healthy as well. So then I combine that with so that's my New Year's menu. Also, the 31st of December is my birthday, so it's also a special day for some people. I just had to say that. So it's it's a very weird time to have a birthday. But the thing is, I'm always competing with New Year's, and it's kind of like New Year's is a much bigger deal than my birthday. So I've always got something to do and somewhere to go, which is great. But it's always like, Happy New Year's. It's not like, oh my God, it's your birthday.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, that's one of the reasons as well. It's tomorrow, so I can spend a bit of time with good friends up here. It's great.
That's awesome.
Tomorrow for you and in 2 days for us. But happy birthday anyway.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Nice.
So yes, does anybody else have? Sorry, go ahead. You wanted to say?
No, I was just gonna say my mom's birthday, and Angie from Me New Acres is on 30th. So yeah.
Nice. Also Capricorns. Yeah. I don't mean to get into star signs, but I'm just I got to point it out.
All right.
It's a good sign.
Who's big into star signs? Are you?
No, but look here. Okay, as much as I can
brought
deny
it up, so I think you're kind of into it.
I'm going to say that I do not believe in them one bit, but I do think that it's just very coincidental sometimes. It's just, there are certain traits within the star signs. My wife is a Taurus, and she's a very, very straightforward, strong, stubborn person. And I know that star signs aren't real, but sometimes the other Taurus that I've met are also very stoic, strong people that I have a lot of respect for in that way. I don't know. Star signs are a lot of BS. I get it. But I think sometimes it's just very coincidental.
It's so funny because I hear so many people say, oh, star signs, whatever, you go in for that. But it's funny how much they match up and fit the person. I'm like,
yeah.
Right? No.
And it's funny you mentioned that because I'm Libra.
Yeah.
And in French, it's called like balance, and everything in my life has always been about balancing things. If I laugh for a day, I'll cry for a day, like that kind of thing. If I have fun, I'll have like a bad day, or it seems like everything always evens out like that.
Weird.
Yeah.
See, I'm Scorpio, so everything's about sex and revenge.
I was gonna. Man, I do not. You see, I would never pinpoint you as a Scorpio though, because Scorpios are usually like these very, I don't know, like don't mess with the Scorpio type of thing. But you know what I mean? Like, not that you're not intimidating, but I just think that.
Yeah. Wait until you visit him and he brings you to the back of his property and his woods. Then maybe you'll feel it.
Right.
I'm one of the friendlier ones.
Yeah, I'm Capricorn, and I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, the thing is, look here. What you can do is you can take a lot of personalities, like you're saying with Libra, for example, with Rem, right? Like, or even with Thor's Scorpio. So now Thor's having a bad day, or something like that. Somebody comes across him and it's like they find out that he's a Scorpio. They match it up. Oh, he's a Scorpio. The thing is, like, you can pretty much, out of all the star signs, like, you could essentially describe how Thor is such a Sagittarius, or he's such a Capricorn, or you could go into the details of those star signs. And because we all, like, for example, with the balance thing, right? Life almost has a weird way of working out for everybody like that, where you'll have positives that happen and life will just throw negatives. That's why when things are going too good for me, that's when I worry. That's when I get concerned, because I've seen the flow of life happen so much like that I do think that it's... So what I'm saying is, a little bit, I'm just trying to be as skeptical as possible, but I do think that there might be some credence in star signs themselves, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm Aquarius. I don't know what that means either.
Say again. You're which star sign, Lo?
Aquarius.
Oh yeah,
Aquarius.
This is the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
All right, I just aged myself there again. Seriously.
No, I'd never pinpoint you as 49 though, Thor. I also got to say that keep young as much as you are. You're an inspiration to me, because it means that, like, in over 10 years, I can still be as young and vibrant and awesome as yourself, Thor, and I really respect that, dude. With all that being said, it is 4 o'clock here in the morning. I've got to kind of get my SH1T together and actually get out in the river. And I'll chat to everybody soon. And I'm going to go make some of this breakfast that I was talking about. But I also use it as like a midday snack because it's so healthy. And
awesome.
Just try and look after yourselves. And before I leave, one of the main reasons why people should absolutely take care of their health as well in every way, we were speaking about science for a second too, is because for all we know, with advancements in medicine and technology, we are drawing closer to an age where it is feasible and likely possible where we could see a much further extended lifespan than we currently have. So in all regards, absolutely take care of your heart, take care of your mind, and make sure that you just live a good life, because you never know, the age expectancy could be increasing as we speak as well. It's just a little bit of insider information. But anyway, look after yourselves, everybody, and stay safe out there. Bye for now.
Thanks, eh?
Good meeting you.
Awesome.
That was, cool.
Man. Just trying to catch up with some of the chat here, and it looks like some interesting comments going on.
I love you, Dave.
What's that?
Dave Knight is comment. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Marilyn is right.
Dear Gridden has some greasy cheeseburgers and fries to serve up and eat. Nice.
Awesome. Can I come?
That sounds yummy. I just started
I'm coming
figuring
over
out
to your
how to
place.
do some smash burgers, and what a difference in doing like burgers like that compared to kind of traditional burgers. They're so yummy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Man.
gonna have a nice bacon wrapped steak for New Year's.
Oh,
Awesome.
That sounds good.
that reminds me, I need to take some more bacon out of the freezer.
Oh, keep
Can
some
never
for
have
when
too
you
much
go.
bacon.
No, you can't.
No.
Bacon
And the
is-
thing is, your bacon really tastes like one from the store. Like you've done them perfectly last year at least. I don't
Oh,
know about
thanks.
this year, but oh
It
my
was
God.
funny because we took some of my ham down to the office, and the guys tried it, and they were all freaking out. Like they were like, "Yeah, this is amazing compared to store bought ham." And I was like, "Oh, yay! Thank you."
No, I mean it was better, but you could still like taste like it was like the real thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Yay!
I have it on
Yeah, I'm
film.
doing
I
the-
guess people gotta believe me.
I'm doing the pantry
Yeah, my
challenge.
bacon from
What's that?
yeah, I get my bacon from a farmer up the road for me, and
Nice.
I'll never buy store bought again. They're
yeah.
the strips of bacon are like twice as thick as the store bought stuff.
Huge difference.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the pantry challenge for January, and my freezer's full of bacon and pork, and so I am a meatitarian. I eat a lot of meat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine having a meal without meat. Like to
It's-
me, I'm still at the old like Canadian meal, complete meal thing. I don't know what it was called. Like you need to have your veggies, you need to have your
potatoes and meat.
product, and you need to have your meat, and you know, I don't know. It's just
so
if I don't
funny.
have meat in my meal, it's not a complete meal.
Because I feel the same way, and trying to make some sort of meal without meat to me is a challenge. It's
Pass them a
like
clip.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make some pasta, and like, oh, I need to throw some chicken in there or some meatballs or something. It's like I can't figure out how to make a dinner without meat in it.
No. Passamaquoddy, yeah, portobello burgers are awesome. They
Yeah,
are
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
But and to Cat, absolutely. I love meat, but then I do mix in my snacking. Sometimes I'll just open up a can of carrots or something or beans and just eat them right out of the jar.
Cat Mac.
Yeah.
For me, it's either like fish, chicken. I have some moose meat, deer meat, chicken, turkey, quail, rabbit, 3 or 4 different kind of fish. So as long as I have one of those in my meal, I'm good. But
And
yeah,
it's funny
eggs
to
is
me,
something I'll eat as breakfast.
like Kat says, eggs work as meat for me.
Yeah.
So it's if I'm adding eggs to like a stir fry or something like that, then I'm all good.
Ooh, digs. No, I'm getting hungry. I already blew my fasting for tonight. Well, I made my video for Dipcember today, and so I can't let the dip go bad, and it won't last in the refrigerator overnight, so I had to save it from going bad.
I love meat, but I can do a but I can do a meal without it easy. Tonight was pasta with pesto, cheese, tomatoes, and pumpkin seeds. I haven't tried something like that because usually, like, when I do a pasta with any kind of sauce, it's either got to have like a meat sauce or I'm doing Alfredo with chicken or something like that. So I'll have to figure out how to try it without it.
It's tough, right?
I know for me it is. I'm like, yeah. Oh, CR is having egg right now.
That man must gain 10 pounds just watching one of your live streams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. So what else has everyone got planned or what you learned from 2022 or planned for 2023?
Well, there's always the fact that you learn what you can and can't grow.
Oh man, that is huge.
Yeah, so like I know that I have to focus more on lettuce and radishes, as
Yep.
easily as they may seem. To me, this year they were a struggle. But I know, like, if I go to the community garden, I know that I can grow beans and squash there and zucchinis pretty easily. Um, Also carrots, and I think I might try some cucumbers there. I didn't grow any cucumber in my own garden for the past 2 years. I don't know why; it just didn't grow. So I know that I have to try something different. Um, Here, what I had that grew well were more squash, onions, carrots. I still have about maybe like 50 pounds of carrots under the snow in my garden. Um, I learned a lot about foraging this year, and I want to learn even more next year. Now I know what kind of mushrooms are edible and which ones are not, and I want to go further down that road. I want to be like 100% sure. Like I don't want to ever be like 98% or 99%
Hey,
because
you can eat anything once, right?
Right.
yeah, but I want to be able to eat it twice.
Especially if it's good.
Yeah. I was able to learn about chanterelles, morels.
Nice.
Um, they call them lobster mushrooms as well. And I found a very, very good spot for lobster mushrooms. And this year it's going to be like, okay, I need to learn how to cook them. I want to learn more about canning. I have a new pressure canner that I got for Christmas, and it's all going to be about learning how to pressure can all the different kind of things that I have. I also want to learn how to preserve my seeds.
Nice.
I have squash seeds here. I have a few ones actually, and yeah, I need to learn which ones are good, when to harvest the seeds, how to preserve them. I know Henny from Back to Basics Homestead has a video about tomato seeds, how to preserve them, how to rinse them and all that, let them dry and all of that stuff. Um, I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to say pointless because whenever you grow your own food, it's always positive. It's always good thing. But I think that you can get a step further ahead by learning how to preserve your own seeds. Because if I've never been the kind of guy to talk about that stuff, but if anything happens, anything at all, if tomorrow they decide that, or even if it's just that company that goes bankrupt, or you lose your job, or anything happens, if you know how to preserve your seeds, grow your own food, I mean, you're already like a kilometer ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. I just want to learn how to preserve my seeds, and I have some of those Crimson's giant tomatoes from M.I. Gardner, those that were extinct and came back, and I have 5 seeds per pack and 2 packs, so I have 10 seeds. I need to be able to harvest some seeds out of those tomatoes.
Yeah.
I want to be able to learn how to properly manage those seeds and be able to grow my own tomatoes in the future. This is the kind of thing that I need to spend from January to March. I need to spend this time to learn about that stuff. I learned so much last year, but where I have to go.
You touched on two important points there. One, growing what kind of you eat and use mainly, and harvesting your seeds and preserving your seeds. So the 1 year we started growing stuff, but we kind of grew everything. So we grew some fennel. We grew some, we kind of grew everything that we thought we could grow and was cool.
Mm-hmm.
What we should have done, and what we do now, is focus on growing the mainstays.
Mm-hmm.
So we focus on growing potatoes, carrots, onions, chives and leeks, and that kind of stuff. The stuff that we do use all the time, rather than stuff like fennel, where we actually don't eat fennel. We've used it once or twice every couple of years. But really, why are we wasting garden space growing that when we don't actually use it in our everyday cooking?
Mm-hmm.
So get rid of that, add some more carrots or onions or something like that. And the other thing is saving seeds. Really learning to save your seeds is essential. We started saving seeds last year. We started doing a lot more this year.
Yeah.
However, what we ran into is on some of the seeds, we didn't dry them enough. So we started packing seeds away. We thought they were dry and they weren't. And then in the mason jars where we stored the seeds, we started to see mold. And it's like, no, there was still some moisture. There was still some stuff. So it was like, So, yeah.
I've got a shelf like with the tomato seeds. You have to, I put them in water and shake them, and then you let them sit, and there's like a bacteria type stuff that'll grow in that water a little bit, and it will, because the tomato seeds are surrounded by these little sacs, and that is actually an anti
Angie.
What's that? Oh, hi. Oh, okay. But it's an anti-sprout. That's it. Mechanism to keep them from sprouting right away. And then I put them on a paper plate. I write on the paper plate what they are, and I set them on the shelf and forget about them for however long. And then there'll come a time I check on them a couple times, and once I'm pretty sure they're dry, I put them in a Ziploc baggie, and that's it. Now, some seeds need to be stratified, but I got a pack of those big extinct tomatoes too. I can't wait for that. I love the thought of bringing back something that's been extinct, you know.
Mm-hmm. Shawnee shave.
Yeah.
That's how I organize them.
Yeah, we do the same. Yeah. But yeah, grow what you love, grow what you eat. The more you experiment is kind of like, it's okay, but I mean, if you're not eating it in your everyday daily intake of food, then why are you trying to grow it?
Yeah.
Well, see, like for me, the thing is, like I have 5 kids, so they all have their different taste. They all like different kind of stuff. For example, I have one daughter that will literally eat tomatoes like grapes. You know, she'll grab them pretty much faster than when I eat those chips. My girlfriend and I will just simply like love zucchinis and squash, baked in butter and pepper, like just fried in a pan. But the kids don't like it. But I try to do a little bit of both because I want to have enough zucchinis and squash for my meals because I love them. But I also want to have fresh carrots or potatoes or lettuce because I know that one of my kid really likes that kind of stuff. So for me, it's kind of, I guess it gets easier because I can just grow whatever I feel like growing. If I want to grow something because I know it growed well last year, I can just go ahead and plant it and, harvest it. And I know someone in the family will grow it. I guess I'm kind of have an advantage on that side.
Yeah, usually for every 3 things I know I eat on a regular basis, I grow something I don't eat on a regular basis. I'll grow potatoes, onions, and carrots. So then I'll grow beets. Then I'll grow something that is kind of edible but more smokable. And tomatoes and raspberries, but I'll grow rhubarb, right? So because like beets, they go okay with beef, right? Like if I make beef soup, I'll put beets in it, right? So I don't want to say it's more food, but at the same time, I'm not going to grow something I'm not going to eat at least 2 or 3 times a month.
Yeah, that with any pantry, we ran into that. We were buying stuff to put up, like rice and beans. I have got gallon jars of vacuum sealed beans. I don't eat that many beans. and we learned real quick that you gotta stock up on, and grow and what you eat. Otherwise, I mean, there is the okay, end of the world scenario where you say, okay, whatever's here, I'm going to eat. But for the most part, you want to grow what you're going to eat.
Yeah. It's funny because I always got caught before years ago in like, oh my God, this is on sale, but I don't eat it. But it's on sale, so I might as well stock it up. That's like, why you don't rotate it in with your regular food? So why are you stocking it up? So it's like I stopped doing that and just focused on what we eat all the time. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, CR, you weren't the only one eating right now. Remy is munching.
If you think about it, it's like the potatoes, onions, and carrots, right? And you mentioned leeks earlier. Right there is the making for a stew for anything.
I love leeks.
You come up with a.
We could plant our entire
or any kind of meat, throw it in there, and you have a meal.
Yeah, we could plant like our entire land in leeks and just be okay with that.
Nice.
Yeah. But doesn't grow as well as we want it to here. So we keep working on that.
We have a lot of places where the leeks grow wild.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be handy to have that where I could just go out and forage for leeks. I would love that.
Oh yeah, you get the right time of year. In spring, there's about a 2 or maybe 3 week time period that you'll be walking through the woods and find a south facing hill, and you'll smell the onion. You'll smell them.
Oh, nice. Uh-oh, what's going on there, stranger?
Not much. Just put the grandkids to bed.
Nice.
Calm down, everyone. The sheriff is in town. I love you, MG.
What can I say? What are we talking about tonight?
Everything. It's kind of like a free-for-all. So you can talk about gardening, planting, preserving, canning, prepping, drinking, you know, whatever suits your fancy.
I don't even know right now.
I know, eh? We
Yeah.
were just talking about leeks and planting our gardens and what we like to grow in the gardens.
Have you guys grown? They're wild, but you can plant them domestically. Ramps. They're like a leek. They're a wild leek.
We would love to here get some of them going, but I don't know if they're around here or not wild.
Well, I live in fields of them, so we can. And I didn't know that moving up here. And so I had some that somebody had given me when I lived in town, and I brought them up. And then I get up here, and they're for fields. You can see them. Like it's the first in the spring when everything else is dead. You see fields of this green.
But
So-
Angie, you don't even have fields. It's all in woods.
Yeah, all the
What are you
field
talking about?
ramps,
I know.
wild leeks. They're really, really good, and they're highly sought after, and they're delicious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you can Wendy and I down in the house in Port Leyden, we went and we picked a bunch of leeks. To be honest, I got tired of processing them. And so we took like half of a 100-pound feed bag full of leeks and planted them out throughout the woods around our house in Port Leyden. And there's a nice leek,
Yeah.
area to get them now. Gear Gridden 19. Remy's got some awesome videos on going hunting for leeks, I believe. Wasn't that you, Remy? That
Fiddleheads or leeks?
Fiddlehead, sorry.
Fiddleheads, I
yeah.
think Remy's gone for.
I'm here.
Yeah, I think I got a few of those here at my plate.
Nice.
Oh, fiddleheads are just awesome. I've heard that they taste somewhat like what is it now? I have a blank.
Don't say chicken.
Asparagus.
It tastes like chicken.
Asparagus.
Yeah, asparagus.
Okay.
But they're like not as you eat asparagus. It's like it's kind of stiff. You have to chew on it for a long time. Fiddleheads don't have that.
No.
They have like you eat them and it's like it goes well with any kind of fish or seafood. It's I don't know. It's kind of you feel it tastes good like with salt and stuff. If you never had them, if you haven't had a chance, try it.
I did try them because we have them growing up here. I didn't try the wild ones. I tried the grocery store ones first because I know there's something you have to do with fiddleheads to make them. Is it toxic if you don't do something to them?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to blanch them at least once, but I would suggest at least twice.
Yeah. So we tried ones at the grocery store, and that might have destroyed the future of me wanting to harvest them. But
Oh yeah, you didn't like it?
I love asparagus, but I did not like the ones that I purchased. It could have been the way I cooked it. I don't know. I know we did a lot of butter. I think we fried them in butter or something.
Okay, usually it's good.
Yeah, I didn't like them. I'm willing to try again, but I did not like the ones that we tried.
One of the other way you can cook them is simply boil them and then you just remove the water and put them in your plate and put some salt on them. But it depends what you
maybe.
like.
Maggie. No.
Maggie's there. Hello,
Oh
Maggie.
man.
Is. You want to come up? Come say hi.
Hi,
Dude,
Maggie.
it's been a long time since I've been to Loretto.
No, you're not going to do it? Her leg's bugging her today.
Ange, have you ever been out to Loretto at all?
Loretto, no, I don't think so.
Out
Is it
the way it's
a
like
town or a town?
Beaton, Tottenham, but a little further west?
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't think
It's
so.
like-
My mom used to own a horse farm out in Loretto.
Yeah?
I gotta look it up.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I went to school in Alliston for a few years. So we would always hit Loretto every so often.
No, I'm sure there's because when we go to Michigan, we travel to Sarnia,
Right.
but it's
No, you wouldn't get up that far north.
no
No.
Sarnia. No, no, not really. No.
Yeah.
You good?
Kat, we're like zone 4, so you probably have no problem growing leeks at all.
Well, she's in the desert.
They grow well in sand, but you want to make sure they've got enough water, and because they're basically an onion. So as long as you can grow onions, then leeks will grow no problem.
And maybe try a nice, like an inch or so of leaf litter over top of where they're growing, because they like that.
It's so funny because this year we pulled out, we were changing the garden around and we dug up one of the beds that had a whole bunch of leeks in it from last year. And we distributed that soil around the property. So then suddenly we had leeks growing like in the lawn. So like from there, it was like, okay, right there, I knew leeks could grow basically anywhere. If we have leeks growing from soil that I dug up from the garden, moved to the lawn, ran over a few times with the tractor, didn't get much water, and now suddenly are popping up a little while later and still growing, it's like, all right, yeah, they're no problem.
Yeah, all it takes is a little piece of their root. And
yeah, and those were ones from last year. So they overwintered and then got transplanted by the tractor and started coming up again. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love you little guys.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna head to bed. This old man's tired.
Aw, you old man.
But you haven't even reached 30 yet, Tracy.
Huh?
You haven't even reached 30 yet.
No. Funny thing is I still had the gray hair at 30. So no, actually, the 15.
Gray hair. I had gray hair at like 19.
Yeah, but you're blonde. Crazy. It doesn't show.
You guys are lucky you have hair.
Okay, yeah. But you
it was funny when I was young because I was like, I knew I would never go bald, but I knew like by 19 or 20 I would be gray.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's not fun because my uncle was like 30 and he was bald, so I knew it was gonna get me.
It was coming. Yeah. Like my dad and all my uncles and my aunt, they've all got basically white hair now. So it's yeah.
I have some, but they're there. Especially if I wear my hair up, there's a lot of gray. But I try to hide it.
It's a crown of honor.
You don't need to hide it.
No, I think now I'm okay. Now I think it was before 40. I was like, what is this? I used to have the kids. This is gonna sound horrible, but I was so like afraid of them in my early 30s that I would like on car rides, I would have the kids, I'd lay my front seat back, and while Mike was driving, I wasn't driving, and they would all the white hairs out of my head. And they every year they would be like, geez, Mom, we only in a 10-minute car ride. We're gonna be here a little bit long this time. But
I was told by my niece on Christmas Eve that I look older than my mom. It's either like a really good compliment to my mom or like a really bad insult for me. I think it was somewhere in the middle because my mom is I'm 39, should be 58 tomorrow or 59, 58 tomorrow morning. Well, in about an hour and a half for me. But I mean, do I look like I'm 50?
No.
So what you're saying is your mom is a
answer.
babe?
No, but I mean, she's 58, but she could look younger. Like
You guys
she
are
got
old
me
enough.
when I was young.
You guys are old enough for Wayne's World, right?
Wayne's World.
Yeah, I remember that show, but
He's
it's been a
got it
long
going
time.
on.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party on.
Excellent. Yeah, buddy. Dana Carvey and Mike Myers.
Your mom's a babe.
My grandma's secret is Nivea cream.
Oh, I love Nivea.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't like how old is she? She was born in 32, so this year she will, or next year, she just turned 90, so she'll be 91. And she does not look it. And if you put all of us, because there's 5 generations, my grandma's still here. So we have like my grandma, my mom, me, my kids, and then my grandkids. And put us all together. Like a lot of people say I don't look like I'll be 45 tomorrow.
Yes,
so
by the way, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're
Party
taking
like
the day off?
77. Yes, I'm taking the day off. That's a good thing. You know, I complain a lot about my birthday because as a kid, I'd always get like birth miss. Or oh, crap, I forgot Angie's birthday. Here you go. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. And so I forget what I was gonna say. Is that old time sometimers? Yeah, it's gone. I don't got the grays as much as other people, but I got the sometimers, that's for sure. Oh,
my
that's
memory's great, but
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was.
my I usually, with all my jobs, I usually never work on my birthday because it's so close to New Year's and depending on what day it lands on. So I think I've only ever had to work like 2 or 3 birthdays my entire life. So that's a good plus side to it.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I should have negotiated mine off, but I didn't. So
when's your birthday again?
November 20th.
I was gonna say it was November.
Yeah.
And Remy, you're October.
Yep.
Tracy?
January 15th.
January 15th. And I don't know. This is my first time meeting the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah. January 25th.
25th.
Oh, we got a couple January ones.
Yeah.
What's January on the horoscope? What are
Capricorn
you guys?
for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Same with mine.
No.
I'm a Capricorn too.
When I was in the Army, every birthday I was on some kind of KP duty. In basic training, I was on KP duty in the kitchen. That's when I turned 18. When I turned 19, I was on KP duty in the motor pool. When I turned 20, okay, I wasn't on KP duty. I was on guard duty when I turned 20 in the Port of Al Jabal. They gave me live rounds as a birthday present because that's the day that we declared war on Saddam.
Who doesn't love live rounds?
Right?
Yeah.
Threaten
I
you
love
to
blanks
get
too,
on.
especially when I don't have to clean the rifles.
Yeah. I used to love it when they would bring in those big tubs of the solvent and you strip down your rifle and just put all the metal parts right in that solvent and you run a couple swabs through it, wipe it down, and it was good to go. There was nothing sticking to that.
I didn't get that fun. I only got not to clean my rifle a few times when I was like enemy force. So that was good. I started pulling rank and had my buddy who was Master Corporal come in from Rag Force. And we went out on X and we played enemy force. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not cleaning my rifle. I'm going home. See you guys later. Yeah.
We were on the infantry skills competition in 1991. It was early 1991. And we did this simulation, take a building. We took the building, and then all of a sudden they're like, prepare to defend, and there were only like 3 of us left.
Where'd you take it to?
Huh?
Where'd you take the building to?
Well, it was pretty much in the same spot.
You said you took the building.
We took
Where'd
it
you
over.
take it to?
We put it under
Over.
United States control.
Okay. All right.
America.
And
Merca.
America. Oh.
F yeah.
And,
America.
we took the weapons off the soldiers that would have been dead. We had the laser tag stuff on, and I grabbed a saw off Oberlatz, and we went down in this ditch, and we threw a couple grenades. There was a vehicle coming, and we threw a couple grenades. Mine went right in. It was an accident, but it went right. It hit the guy in the chest and went right down in the turret of the Humvee that was pretending to be an enemy vehicle. And then people started busting out from behind it. So we just started rapid fire, and I had the saw, and I took the saw and I slipped trying to get out of the hole. So I just threw the saw up, and it arrowed right in the ground. Oberlatz is saying, "You're cleaning that weapon hand." And I did, and it was horrible. I'm traumatized.
You should be. You did naughty, offending things to that saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck
When
it
did
right
you
in
do
there.
basic, Tracy?
Basic was I started December 28th of 1989 and 88.
Okay.
And I did it in Fort Benning, Georgia.
I think that's where Mike did his too.
You know, that was you want to talk about stuff trying to kill you. It's either the drill sergeants, the snakes, the spiders, the
But he says he doesn't want to move there because, because we've talked about moving back to the States a lot. I wish I could. But he's like, where would we go? Would we go back to Michigan? And I'm like, well, that's where everybody is. I'm like, but if we could do it, why not pick somewhere warm?
yeah.
And he's
Where
like,
you have a
'cause they
longer
want
growing
spiders.
season. Well, the thing is then you can get like West Virginia was a little hilly, the area we were in. If we could get rid of some of the mountains, it might be better for me. But you find a place like Kansas or Kentucky, someplace with really where you can do a winter garden.
Mhm.
But yet you don't have all of the spiders and snakes and bugs that are trying to eat you.
Yeah.
Does that exist?
I love Georgia. And then
Yeah.
there was like, my buddy took me fishing a couple times, and we're walking around a couple of these ponds, and he's like, yeah, just watch out for the fire ants. Fire ants? What the? Screw
Mhm.
this. I'm done
we have
with Georgia.
We have fire ants here too. I don't know if they're the same
What?
ones, but I'm allergic to them. A lot of people are.
That's
like
crazy.
Yep. My sister, she lives in Florida, and her husband does a lot of fishing and takes my nephew, and it's actually kind of cool, the stuff that they bring back. But yeah, and sand fleas. That's the other thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
They're no good. And I almost made it to Georgia because my dream is to go to Georgia one day, or it's on my bucket list, and pick a peach off a Georgia tree. We tried to do that in Florida with an orange, but apparently on like orange farms, I don't know what you call them, it's illegal. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
And I was so tempted just to go run up and grab an orange and run. But they're like, no, some places have cameras and you will be arrested. And I'm like, an orange?
Arrested. And they don't have posted signs in Florida. Where I lived, it's
that would shoot you there.
Yeah, the amount of barbed wire. If you have like 2 strands, it's I'll probably call the cops on you. But 4 strands, and they have the right to shoot you, or something to that effect, if I remember right.
That's crazy.
That is. At least give me a warning.
Yes and no. It's like to me, here in Canada, where we have no property rights, so if someone trespasses, you're like, get off my property. I'll call the cops, and they're like, yeah, whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Versus, somewhere where there's like, you jump over the fence and you get shot.
Yeah.
So it's like there needs to be kind of a like in between
middle.
where it's like,
Yeah.
Well,
At least if you call the cops and they actually did something here in Canada.
oh
If you don't even do anything.
no,
You call the
no,
cops
like
and they're just
that's
like,
like so low on the something to do about it list.
Yeah.
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 Like, what do you want us to do? Just kick him out? Yeah. Well, likely.
Yeah,
Clean it
my
for a
tractor
while.
was stolen. That's nice. What do you
Yeah.
want us to do?
Yeah.
Find the person who stole it and get it back for me?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
$30,000 tractor. That's grand larceny, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not here in Canada.
No.
We're our own. Where we are our own police in a sense.
Yep.
And we are also like, we do have volunteer firefighters. So we do have an ambulance bay, but if you are hurt outside of the 9 to 5 hours, an ambulance has to come from, I think, about 40 minutes away. So that, we've had a couple incidents up here, not involving us, thank goodness. But there was one that was kind of scary, and it took 45 minutes for an ambulance to get to us or to the location. And so the volunteer firefighters show up. So for the first 20 minutes, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And
That's just it.
And if you get reception to even call 911.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it this way. I have 20 wooded acres and a tractor. I can dig a hole.
You know what
Nice.
manure piles are for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And pigs in the summer.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to put on some like illegal plants to dig up so they can't.
Exactly.
Area.
You put on some trilliums on that stuff.
Oh, I got
There you go.
trilliums. I got trilliums growing.
Yeah.
Are they illegal there? Like
They're protected. They're
Are they?
protected. Yeah. But the basic thing, I think in New York, the cops anyway, I've seen it done where there was a fight and the guy told him, listen, I told him 3 times to leave.
Passamaquoddy, instant grits will kill anything.
Yeah, instant grits ain't grits.
I tried grits once when I was down south, and that was.
Well,
it
you're
for
still
me.
here.
Oh, you got to have regular. If you were down south, regular grits are with butter and salt and pepper. Oh, they're delicious.
Yeah, I don't know.
But instant grits, that's not grits. That's.
I was like, I forget where we were. We were in like one of the breakfast places down south in Georgia, and I ordered one of the breakfasts, and I was expecting, eggs, bacon, hash browns, sausage, the whole works. And it came out and it looked like someone threw up on my plate. And I was like, what is this? And my buddy's like, it's grits. Like, yeah, no. That's like someone puked on my plate. Like,
You know what it is, though? All it is ground corn, usually hominy corn.
Yeah, but it was like, what the,
You'll learn. Learn that in 2023. When you go somewhere you don't know, just ask for bacon and eggs.
Wow. Spam, beans, bacon, and spam.
Oh,
I don't like spam.
Well, you can have the beans, bacon, spam, and spam.
I have no idea. You guys
Okay.
just,
You've
Apparently
never
there are a
seen
bunch of people
Monty Python?
who have never watched Monty
Well,
Python.
are we going back? This is a Mike conversation, not an Angie. Mike has watched it. He's tried to get me into some of those older old films. Yeah, no.
Yeah, between the Monty Python spam skit, the funny walk skit, the Quest for the Holy Grail,
The Life of Brian.
Life of Brian. Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah. It's like, some classics right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mike can go on for hours. Not I. Not I.
Not I.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
I didn't watch a lot of that stuff.
Poutine. I gotta have some Canadian poutine when I come up in May.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had the American version. It's time to try the
Not the same.
Canadian version.
It's not the same.
Not the same at all.
I was like,
Oh,
the one time I had, after being in Quebec for a bit, and then I went back to Ontario, and I was like, yeah, I'll get the poutine. And it came out, and it looked like spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, because it was like fries and shredded cheese, and I was just like, what is this?
See, they put cheese curd in it up here.
Yeah, you gotta have it with gravy and cheese curd, and it's gotta be good cheese curd. But depending on where you go, then you get the specialty. So like the local restaurant here where we go, we get what they call the cœur de bois. And it comes with sausage that's stuffed with blueberries.
And boar.
And there's bacon and fried leeks. And
Is that the one I
it's
had?
just like, did you have that one?
And
No,
that's
I had
all
the
in
one
the
with
sausage.
blueberry boar.
Yes. So that was the cœur de bois.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
And that's in a sausage.
So it's like your French fries, and then your gravy, and then your curds, and then your sausage sliced up, and then your fried leeks, and then your
It's still
bacon.
the same concept as what you would have. It's just, it's not in a sausage or anything. The sausage is on the
Okay.
fries, like the cheese curd and gravy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a chip truck around here that actually has some pretty good cheese curds or
Nice.
poutines.
Yeah.
Poutine.
It was cool. There was one going into the county where my parents are, Prince Edward County, and it was one of those like snack trucks, but it was called Taber Snack. Taber Snack. And she was from Quebec and did a whole bunch of the poutine and stuff. So
you know what else you got to try? I don't know if they would have it there. Just it was right there. Donaires.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Those are good. Those are really good.
Greco Donaires
Yummy.
here are the best.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
One of my favorite places to go is up in Petawawa when you go there. There's a Lebanese place. I forget the name of it. But the family opened it. So the family owned a restaurant down in Toronto, a Lebanese restaurant down in Toronto. And they did shawarmas and stuff down there. And their son joined the military. And he went with one RCR up in Pet, and he was killed over in Afghanistan. And his dream was to open up one of his mom and dad's shops up in Petawawa once he got out. But since he was killed, he couldn't do that. So his mom and dad closed down their shop in Toronto, moved their shop up to Petawawa, and it was overwhelmed with business. Cool. They had to like hire extra people, and then it was so overwhelmed they opened up a shop in the town just south in Pembroke, and it is one of the best shawarma places I've ever been to. So if you're in Pet or Pembroke, I forget the name of it, but drop by that. It's one of the few shawarma places, probably the only shawarma places in town, and it is amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mike goes up there quite a bit because he's in school in Pembroke.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell him to drop by there and get a couple shawarmas.
Yeah, he just went actually to the military base there because they're looking for workers in his field that he's studying.
Nice.
And so, but he's hoping for a remote job too.
Nice.
He's like, I'm gonna get a job at your company. Your company's awesome. And I'm like, I don't know if they're looking for IT, but I can ask. Then I tell my mom that. She goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm like,
Oh,
if the basket good,
IT.
it's not.
All right, guys, I'm really ducking out. I got to get some sleep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. So I think
You-
I'm going to call it. So everyone, thanks again for joining us. Hope you have an amazing night. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate all of you being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
We'll
us.
talk to you
fun.
soon, guys.
Happy New
Have a good
Year.
night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love you.
Good
Have
night.
a good night.